What's up, YouTube? Putting brakes on this thing today. So let me show you what we got so far, what we got to do, and we'll go from there. So we're doing back brakes. This thing has drums on the back and on the front. We're gonna take the back apart first to see what it looks like. First of all, I took this nut off with the adjuster probably needs to be replaced. We gotta get this bolt through, pull the wheel off. You gotta take this off here, get this bolt out and be good to go. So we get this wheel off. All right, y'all, so we got the wheel off. I done got the brakes off of it. This is your hub. And what I done on this one is I actually moved this back a little further. I think somebody had actually moved this one tooth. So I moved it one tooth back because he was out of adjustment and his brakes were still, I mean, they weren't good, but they wasn't like wore out. I've seen them worse than that. So the bar that comes through here, I'll show you when I put it back together. There's a piece that goes in here, bar runs through it, and it has a screw-on piece for an adjuster. It was run all the way in, and he still didn't have any brakes. So it was probably on a 1/4 inch of brake gone. Well, you can tell the difference if you look at the two, how much of a difference it is. So I mean, they were wore probably 1/2 to 3/4, but he was out of adjustment completely. So I moved that one notch to give him a little bit more adjustment on it, and then those just sit in there, and then now you can like move it just a little and it stops. So hopefully I didn't move that too much. If I did, I can change that once it's on the motorcycle, so not a huge deal. But we'll get this put back on, slide it back on there. I left the adjusters alone. I didn't mess with them because the chain was adjusted correct. We also got to put a chain buffer on, which I have. It's over there. We're gonna put a chain buffer on. And I think the issue he was having with the roller, it's not really a roller on top, it's more of a guide. I think the issue he's having with it is just not keeping the chain lubed enough. I think it's just chewing it up due to no lubrication. So I'll tell him that if it chews that piece up on top, I'll put another one on for him, but it's okay for now. Just needs to lube the chain, and then we'll put this bottom piece on, put the wheel back on, and then we'll do the front brakes. So stay with us. All right, we got this side done. Got this adjusted to 2.5, other side 2.5. This really needs one of these pieces. I'll tell him it needs one. If he wants to put one on it, that's fine. If not, it's okay too. Got the chain adjusted, got the rubber piece on, got the brakes on. Do the front brakes, get this thing back to him. All right, y'all, don't laugh at my engineering. Let me show you what I got here. So I had to hold the front of this bike up off the ground, right? Yeah, whatever you gotta do, right? Little strappy strap there to the door. Anyway, we took this off. Got this one off its front wheel. This one, y'all see anything missing here? What? Just like brake, what the? I don't know. Look at there. There it is. So let's get these brakes on here. Get it put back on. That one was a lot easier to get out. I know I didn't film anything, but yeah, it's a lot easier to get out. I'm gonna scuff this down, put the new brake pads on, put it in, put it back on. Everything back here is good. So let's get it. Hey y'all, I got my little test dummy out here. He's gonna ride it. Make sure his brakes and everything work. I told him to go slow because it wasn't his bike. Even though it's a real good friend of ours, this bike rides totally different. 4-stroke, trail bike. It's got drum brakes instead of discs. Like everything else is different. So he's gonna be my little test dummy, ride it a little bit. So hopefully it goes good. Hey, how'd it go?
Pretty good, pretty smooth.
Stop.
Uneventful. Yeah. I really didn't use the brakes much.
Well, that's the whole point, is to test it out, make sure everything's gonna work.
But yeah, I did use it most of the sometimes.
I tested it out too. Brakes work good for what they are. For being drum brakes. So, well, we got that done. I'm used to saying dumb to this guy. We got that done, so that's good to go. So I just messaged the guy, told him it was ready. So hopefully he can come get it soon. You want that bike instead of yours?
Nah.
Yeah.
Control-wise, it's better. But that bike, I've just gotten used to better, and it's quicker.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference between a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke. See, a 2-stroke, it takes half the cc's roughly. So, like in racing, even though that's a trail bike, so that bike's not gonna have as much power as a racing bike. It's not timed that way, it's not geared that way, anything like that. So like a 2-stroke racing bike, even when you're talking racing bikes, a 125cc is the same class as a 250cc 4-stroke race bike. A 250cc race 2-stroke is in the same class as a 450cc 4-stroke race bike. So that's the big difference. So when you say, oh, I like that bike, it's perfect, it's a 100. No, doesn't mean anything because you're going from 2-stroke to 4-stroke. So your next upgrade would probably be like a CRF 150R if we were going to go to a 4-stroke instead of an 85 2-stroke. But we'll see what we can find. We'll have to get you something before next year though, probably. So anyway, bike's done. So let's see what's next. We may work on the party mobile. I don't know, we might work on this thing a little bit. I did see something I need to do as far as the transmission wise in it. But I'm not gonna worry about the cage, painting the rest of it. We got the door bars and the back bar and the crossbar, and I don't have the main hoop or the halo and the front bars. This thing's backwards, and the front bar's done. But let me show you what we do have done. So we got these bars done down to there, or up to there, or whatever, and I didn't do the top because I didn't want to get on the windshield and stuff. I don't have these bars done. I don't have the halo done. I got all this done. I got the back bars done. I still got that taped up because we're still painting. I need to measure that, order the plexiglass for that. But I'm not too worried about the inside right now, other than getting my wiring ready to plug up my ECU, which we went with ECU Masters Classic. It's a full standalone system. It does about everything. Y'all can look it up if y'all want the details on it, but it does a lot of stuff. We'll see how it does. I've heard a lot of good things. We got to do manifold, turbo. I got to do my motor mounts. I bought solid motor mounts for it, so I got to do motor mounts. I got to do all my clutch stuff, put it in, and I got to buy one boot. So this boat goes from a 2 to a 2.5. But anyway, the turbo I think I got is a 3-inch, and these are 2.5-inch boots. So I'm gonna have to get a new boot for this one. But yeah. So let's see what we can get done on this thing today. Maybe we can get the josh shaft in, get the shifter in, work on some of this under here. I need to do the motor mounts before I put the exhaust manifold on it because it's a pain in the butt to get to. Still got to order my pops so I can run my exhaust. It's not going to be pretty because I'm going to weld it. But we're doing same thing. We're going to do 3-inch exhaust back out of the fender. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a turn up maybe. I don't really know if I'm going to do a bullhorn style or if I'm going to do like the teardrop style, or I don't really know what I'm going to do there. So comment down below what y'all want to see. Y'all want to see it come out like it did before, where it come out and kind of angle just a little, not much at all? Or do you want to see a full like curve up bullhorn, or do y'all want to see like a teardrop that kind of teardrops off this way? So let me know in the comments what y'all want me to do there. So we'll go from there. But yeah, let's get started on this thing for a little bit. All right, y'all. Well, we had to pull that transmission back out because I left the metal plate off, the little plate that goes between the transmission and stuff, keep the dust out. So I had to pull it back out. I tried to get it on without pulling it out, it didn't work. We were cleaning these headlights up. So usually what we do is we scuff them with like 1500. And of course we'll tape up all this, and we'll scuff it with 1500, and then we'll hit them with a buffer and then wax them. So stay with us, see how they turn out. Crash test dummy. All right, y'all, look here. Got one. That one we've got wet sanded with 1500, and that one we buffed one coat one time. So let's get this other one done. We'll put a little wax on it so it'll be nice and slick. And that thing's gonna pick up by 3 miles an hour. Well, that's all she wrote for that. Get this out of here, shut this hood, see what she looks like, I guess. See if we can get this hood shut. Not too shabby. Now people will be able to see him to get out of his way because, yeah. Well, that's it for that. All right, y'all. Sorry about the noise with the fan. We got the fan back here blowing. You can barely see it. But I just want to give y'all an update on what's going on and why we haven't made it any further than we have today. So, Dad and Chris changed the oil on the tractor. You seen he's gone now, but I done the headlights on it. I done the brakes on the little XR100 for a friend of mine. And let me show you what we got going on with the car that we had to redo and what we got done on it so far. So, like I said, this is getting ready to go away because I'm actually going to get ready to set this on. Hopefully the exhaust manifold we're getting ready to set on. So if you noticed in my other video the other day, it didn't have this plate on it. And I forgot to put it on. I noticed it, for one, whenever I looked at this, but I had noticed it before I took the video because it was laying over there. I was like, well, crap, maybe I can separate the transmission a little bit and put it on. That is not the case. You have to pull this all the way down and take the flywheel loose to get this metal plate behind it. So, done that today. So the transmission's been out of it and back in it today. I don't know if you can see or not. I mean, you can see with the drive shafts in it. We got the drive shaft in, got the pressure plate bolted up, got the starter on today. I think I'm gonna have Chris climb up here today and start getting some of that stuff sorted out, and maybe bring the exhaust manifold down and maybe put it on today. So this thing's starting to come together, y'all. So hopefully, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fill the fluids up in the transmission through that. Since Ashley's back up here now, so I'll fill that up, put the shifter in it, and maybe try to get the exhaust manifold on today, and that's probably gonna be about it. All right, y'all, what y'all thinking about that thing? Look at it stuck in there. Little small thing in there. Anyway, we got the header on, got the turbo in, sort of. So this turbo, the housing on it is so big, or they redesigned this manifold. You know, it's designed for smaller turbo stuff, really. These cars were. It hits the header on this back side. So what we're gonna have to do is buy a T4 to T4 adapter flange, like a 2-inch. I need like a 2-inch spacer. If I got a 2-inch spacer, it comes straight up and kind of actually come this way a little. But if I had a 2-inch spacer, this would all clear, and it would still clear the hood. So I have to get us a spacer. But just to give you an idea what it's going to kind of look like with it's a 76-75. So see if it'll spool. But anyway, that's it for this one. Just kind of, I guess, waiting on parts now anyway. So we'll make that it for this one. I might put my shifter in today, I might not. I don't know. If I do, I'll film it for the next one or whatever. But so anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hey, it's project car update time. So today I had to take transmission back out to put this in. I left that plate out. We got the starter in, got the drive shaft in. We're getting ready to put fluid in the transmission. And then after that, we got to go up here, get the rest of the parts, and boom, then put it all on. So stay with the story.